Presumptive New York City Democratic mayoral nominee Zohran Mamdani is under major scrutiny after a video from 2021 resurfaces where he gives his full endorsement of his socialist goals.
Right, if we're talking about the cancellation of student debt, if we're talking about Medicare for all, these are issues which have the groundswell of popular support across this country. But then there are also other issues that we firmly believe in, whether it's BDS, right, or whether it is the end goal of ceasing the means of production, where we do not have the same level of support at this very moment.
Trump says that if Mamdani wins, it would be a fatal blow to the Big Apple.
I think he's terrible. He's a communist. The last thing we need is a communist. I said there will never be socialism in the United States. Now we have a communist. So I think he's bad news. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with him, watching him, because he has to come right to this building to get his money. And don't worry, he's not going to run away with anything. I think he's, frankly, I've heard he's a total nut job. I think the people of New York are crazy. If they go this route, I think they're crazy. We will have a communist for the first time, really, a pure, true communist. He wants to operate the grocery stores, the department stores. What about the people that are there? I think it's crazy.
And breaking now, it is indeed official. The AP has just called that Zohran Mamdani is the official New York City Democratic mayoral nominee. Kennedy, so as we flesh out Charles's point, it's ironic
by the way.
It's ironic because the worst mayor of New York City, de Blasio, came in favor for Mamdani and saying, yes, it was kitchen table issues. It was the fact that the city's unaffordable. We need to lift up the minority groups. But as Charles just said, actually everyone voted for Cuomo. And it was the rich Upper East Side, overeducated, bleeding heart libs that voted for this very troubling communist. And what I find even worse is the blatant anti-Semitism.
Yes, and a city of 1.3 million Jews. Maybe they will go back and listen to some of the rhetoric that he's been spewing for years. And, in that clip, he slides in 2021, and his position hasn't changed, BDS, which is boycott, divest, sanction. So they basically want to bleed Israel dry. They want to bleed Israel out of existence. So, that has been his goal with everything. The global intifada, parading anti-Zionism to Jews, because, it's not just how the language is intended, because he can say that he has softened his intentions. It's how it's received by people. So if you have people for whom anti-Zionism means anti-Semitism and global intifada is a call for violence, that's deeply, deeply offensive. But also, here's the guy who's also said he wants to defund the police, yet somehow, comically, he has accepted an NYPD security chain around him while he's running for mayor. It's like, but he wants to replace the police with social workers. So why doesn't he surround himself with social workers?
That's right. Well, and in part from what we inherited from de Blasio and gutting Midtown and not incentivizing businesses.
De Blasio is Giuliani compared to Mamdani.
All right, guys, more outnumbered in just a moment.